The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
All right. Open us up with a statement about the Crusaders.
Well, North Greenville is really a good football team, and I don't say that just to be saying it because we're playing them. They, you see who's beat them. Division I, North Alabama, who's ranked in the top 5 in the country, or if they're not, they will be. North Alabama, only game they lost was Jacksonville State, who's a contender in Division I AA. And so, in fact, he just played for the national championship last year, I think. So anyway, North Greenville's got 3 defeats, but they're 2 really, really quality teams, and they're a good football team. And they beat Wingate, who Wingate a couple weeks ago beat us, and so it's pretty obvious that we're the underdog, and we're going to have to play a whole lot better football consistently than we've been playing if we're going to win this ball game.
Been operating pretty well with the freshman quarterback, Will Hunter. 15 touchdown passes against 3 picks. He's picked right up where Nelson Hughes left off. What makes him a talented quarterback?
Well, he may have as much presence in the pocket as anybody that maybe better than what they had last year, because he certainly is doing a good job of not throwing picks, which for a freshman, that's kind of unusual, and especially when you're strong-armed like he is, to try to get in those little pockets and still getting it, and so, but he does a great job, and they got the running back. It's a jitterbug. It's really a good football player, and got the big old receiver that caught 103 passes on us last year, seems like. He's back, and their offensive line has been very, very consistent for them all year. And so offensively, they got the total package, and they look really good executing their offense.
What challenges are there? You talk about their offense. I mean, literally everybody is back except for the quarterback. The entire offensive line is back. You talked about the wideout Mason Sanders, the running back Ashton Hurt. What challenges are there going against a team that pretty much every puzzle piece there is, but every puzzle piece that there is?
Well, the challenge is, can we play fundamental football like alignment and assignment and getting off of blocks and making tackles? Can we do that? And some of our youngsters, we're getting better at it, but we're still very, very inconsistent. We still have a tendency to give up at third down and long and give up things that we shouldn't be giving up. And so, we've got a challenge.
What improvement was there Saturday in the homecoming win at Limestone that you need to build on for this week?
Well, the first half defensively was really exciting. We'd only given up 68 yards at halftime to a team that had gotten a lot of yards on a lot of people. And but second half we made sure that we didn't get really excited about that, because second half we gave up 270. And so, it was a story of inconsistency again. And, we're playing with a limited squad as far as numbers are concerned because of injuries and other things. And we get tired. And Saturday was a game that there was a lot of snaps. I think we had 80 snaps on offense and about 75 on defense, and so that makes it tough.
These final 2 weeks, how do you hope your team approaches them mentally, trying to grab that winning season?
Well, I hope not any different than we have. I have no complaints the way our kids have responded to us. It's been a good group. Are they frustrating to coach sometimes? Yes. Are they good people? Yes. And have some really good things happen for us this year? Yes. And that couldn't happen if they didn't have willing hearts to be more and more of what they have been created to be. And so that part, it's been a success. Would we like to finish with 3 wins, yes, we would, because it hadn't been a year with too many wins, and so. But we've had wins in other ways, and so. But doing something the next couple of weeks would be fun.
We talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but again, the turnovers have plagued you a little bit. How do you think that a guy like Noah Suber is handling some of that adversity after he does turn the football over? It seems like he's able to bounce back afterwards. Well,
because he knows it takes 11 people to create a turnover most of the time, and if we block the line of scrimmage, we eliminate the first turnover. If we block the line of scrimmage, protect him, and the receiver runs the right pattern, the second one don't happen. And so he knows that it's not all him. But if you ask him, he'll take full credit for it. And Noah is a guy that is a leader, and so consequently he takes leadership responsibility because he's the quarterback, and he's supposed to take care of those other 10. And right now, our other 10 not taking care of him exactly like we need to. But we're working on it and getting better. We're starting a different offensive line every week, and we'll start a different one this week. And until we grow up there a little bit, until we can get some consistency there, the injury bug has really hurt us on the offensive line this year, and so. And we haven't talked about it because it's not worth talking about. We got to have somebody step up and do it.
Years past, we've talked at length about special teams. I don't feel like we've really talked about it this year. How do you think that the special teams groups are performing this season?
Well, which one, which day? Sometimes we really like what we see special teams, and other times we act like we've never been coached on special teams, and we'll do things that. The day before we did drills not to do those things, and I don't know. It's I don't know. Like I say, it's been an interesting team to coach, and an interesting team to try to connect with in a more consistent way, where we are doing what we're supposed to do. We still don't do what we're supposed to do a lot of times, but we'll keep working at it.
What has Dan Gallman meant to your program these past 4 years?
Well, Dan has been a great success story in the fact that he's grown so much. I think Dan's got a good heart, and I think he's worked on growing his heart, and I think he's had a lot of questions about what the Lord wants out of him, and I think he's still working to respond in a way that honors the Lord. And he's not there. I'm not there. None of us are there. But I see at least a movement in that direction that I think God is really going to honor one of these days in his life big time.
How challenging has this season been? It's his senior year. He's had a lot of success leading up to this year. He gets hurt. He's not playing at 100%. How has he responded to that?
Well, not very good at times. And, he's, I think the battle is the same battle with all of us. Will my body do what I want my mind, what my mind wants it to do? And I think sometimes the answer is, of course, our bodies will do most everything our minds will let it do. And I think that's been the battle for Dan. I think, he had a very serious injury and started playing probably sooner than maybe what he thought he could do. But he was released to do it, and so he's had that battle, how much am I limited on this? But the last couple ball games, he's back to knocking people down like he's done in the past, so we're glad for that.
North Greenville, Sam Houston, middle linebacker, only has 93 tackles with 2 games left in the regular season. What's enabling him to produce stops for the Crusaders?
Well, they're a linebacker defense. The fact that they're lined up in the 50 defense and they're slanting almost every time, or gapping, or doing something that has a tendency to free up linebackers. And we had a famous linebacker here by the name of Eric Kane that said, "If you'll keep people off of me, I'll make every tackle." And that's what we do with linebackers, and that's what everybody does. If we can keep people off of linebackers, then they'll make tackles, and that's what North Greenville's doing. They're doing a good job with it.
Is there any extra importance to getting those offensive linemen down the field to put a hat on a linebacker this week then?
Well, it's what we've been talking about every week. Is if we can get our guys to get helmets on their helmets, then we're going to be okay. And that's been a challenge for us in a lot of different ways. But Saturday at times was this past week it was some improvement, and I think we'll continue to hopefully get better at that.
You dress up yesterday?
I dress up every day. I mean, do I not look like a haint right now? I'm a haint. A haint is close to being an ain't. I ain't this and I ain't that. So anyway.
All right, Ken, thank you.
Do you have a question?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he was sitting there. He's trying to get a word in.
Over the past season, we've thrown the ball more. How has Aaron Stewart really stepped up as a leader in the receiving court as that senior leader? Well,
Aaron's a very, very talented kid. He's a talented receiver. He can run. He's got hands. He's been a good blocker, but he's been hampered a little bit in the last 2 or 3 weeks with a hamstring and a couple other things. And but when Aaron's on, he's a good on. He's a good talent that we've been able to take some advantage of, not as much as we should probably. And I thought Saturday right before half, that was a huge play, the 70-yard reception, and he's capable of doing that. He's capable of going deep on people. So we're glad to have him.